Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, I don't feel as old as I look? Maybe the lines on your face appeared faster than you expected. Maybe your energy faded quicker than it used to. Or maybe your joints started complaining. Before you were ready to slow down, you're not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. What if I told you that what's aging you the fastest isn't time, it's something hiding in your everyday meals? Most people over 65 are unknowingly putting foods on their plates that make them feel older, look older, and live with more pain, more fatigue, more brain fog. You might think you're eating healthy. You might even believe you're doing everything right. But these 5 common foods are silently working against your body every single day. And here's the truth no one tells you. The moment you remove these foods from your life, the shift is almost immediate. Your skin begins to glow differently. Your mind becomes clearer, your steps feel lighter, and you start to wake up not just alive, but fully alive. Let's begin with the first food. It's the most deceptive of all. It's food that appears everywhere, from breakfast to dinner. White bread. It sounds harmless, right? A slice of toast in the morning, a sandwich for lunch, maybe some rolls with dinner. But white bread is more than just bread. It's a fast-aging fuel. When you eat it, it instantly spikes your blood sugar. Your body turns it into glucose almost faster than candy. And that's sugar. Surge sets off a chain reaction, inflammation, insulin resistance, and worst of all, glycation, a process that breaks down the collagen in your skin. The result? Wrinkles, sagging, and that tired, dull look that no cream in the world can fix. But it doesn't stop there. White bread lacks fiber, meaning it doesn't keep you full. Causes crashes in energy, mood swings, and over time puts pressure on your heart. Imagine feeding your body a steady stream of something that makes your cells rust from the inside. That's white bread after 65. The good news: you don't have to give up bread completely. Swap to sprouted grain bread, rye, or whole oats. These choices feed your body with fiber, help balance your blood sugar, support your gut health, all while keeping your skin firmer and your brain sharper. Now, the second food might surprise you even more because it's everywhere. In products marketed as healthy, vegetable oils. Yes, those bottles of canola, soybean, corn, and sunflower oil sitting in your kitchen. The oils that restaurants cook with, that snacks are fried in, that dressings and sauces are packed with. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when consumed in excess, cause deep chronic inflammation in your body. The kind of inflammation that ages your arteries, stiffens your joints, and even fuels diseases like Alzheimer's and arthritis. Have you ever felt like your knees or fingers were tighter than they used to be? Like your memory takes longer to find a word you used to recall instantly? That slowdown could be linked to what's in your frying pan. These oils also oxidize quickly. That means when they're exposed to heat, they form harmful compounds that attack your cells, speeding up aging from the inside. You can't see it, but your body feels it. The fix: ditch the cheap oils. Brace extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even a bit of organic coconut oil. These fats reduce inflammation, protect your heart, nourish your skin, and support your brain, the very things aging tries to take from you. Imagine replacing something invisible that harms you with something invisible that heals you. That's the difference one small switch can make. Let's pause for a moment and think about what we've just uncovered. These aren't exotic or rare foods. They're part of everyday life. But that's exactly what makes them dangerous. Damage doesn't come from a single bite. It comes from the accumulation, the daily drip of what seems normal. And most people never connect the dots. They blame age. They say, I guess this is just how it is now. But no, it doesn't have to be. You're not broken. You're not weak. Your body is simply reacting to what it's being fed. And when you change that, you take back control. In just a moment, we'll uncover the next 3 foods that accelerate aging after 65. One of them is probably in your breakfast right now. Another hides in your so-called healthy snacks. And the last one might be something you've trusted for years, without knowing how much damage it truly causes. Stay with me, because what you'll discover next might completely change the way you eat and how young you feel. There's one food that many seniors reach for every morning, believing it gives them a healthy start to the day. Granola sounds wholesome, right? It's often marketed as natural, full of fiber, sometimes with a sprinkle of dried fruit or seeds. But most store-bought granolas are loaded with added sugars, syrups, and unhealthy fats. When you pour that bowl in the morning, you might think you're doing something good for yourself, but your body often receives it like dessert. Here's the truth. That sugar spike right after waking sets a dangerous tone for the entire day. It causes your insulin to jump, your energy to crash, and your hunger to return sooner than it should. Over time, this roller coaster can wear down your metabolism, increase fat storage around your belly, and weaken your muscles. Not to mention the long-term impact on your memory and mood. And all of this before you've even left the kitchen table. But don't worry, the solution isn't to skip breakfast. It's to reclaim it. Choose steel-cut oats instead, topped with fresh berries and a handful of walnuts, or eggs with leafy greens and avocado. These choices nourish your body with protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants that fuel you gently and steadily, supporting not just your body, but your sense of clarity.com and control.now. Let's talk about something that seems innocent, even joyful, sugary beverages. That can be your morning orange juice, a can of soda in the afternoon, or those healthy flavored waters with hidden sweeteners. After 65, your body becomes more sensitive to sugar and more vulnerable to its consequences. These drinks may feel refreshing in the moment, but inside your body, they spark rapid inflammation, cause insulin spikes, and even rob calcium from your bones. Yes, you heard that right. The very act of drinking a sugary beverage can slowly weaken your bone density. That's a dangerous risk for anyone, but especially for older adults. Falls become more likely, injuries take longer to heal, and confidence in movement begins to fade. It's not just about what these drinks do to your waistline, it's what they do to your independence. And the worst part? Liquid sugar doesn't satisfy hunger. You drink it, and your brain doesn't register fullness. So you end up consuming more calories more frequently without even realizing it. A glass of juice may have as much sugar as a candy bar, but feels less indulgent, which makes it more dangerous. The shift here is simple but powerful. Replace juice with water infused with lemon or cucumber. Swap soda for sparkling water. And if you want something warm and soothing, try green tea, rich in antioxidants that fight aging at the cellular level. These small changes build resilience in your body every single day. Now comes, perhaps, the most controversial item on the list: margarine and other artificial spreads. For decades, people were told butter was the enemy and margarine was the heart-healthy choice. But today, we know better. Margarine often contains trans fats or highly processed oils that increase inflammation, raise bad cholesterol, and accelerate cellular damage. The promise of health was a disguise. Every time you spread margarine on your toast, you might be feeding your body the very thing that causes arteries to harden, skin to lose elasticity, and cognitive decline to accelerate. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. Your body is made of trillions of cells, and the walls of those cells, the very structure that protects your DNA, are made from fats. The quality of fat you consume becomes the material for your brain, your heart, your skin, your memory. When that material is fake, unstable, or inflammatory, it doesn't protect, it breaks down. Instead of margarine, go back to the basics. Real butter in moderation is far safer. Even better, try olive oil or avocado spread. These healthy fats nourish your heart, help balance hormones, and support a youthful glow in your skin. Think of your body as a home you're building brick by brick. Would you rather use cheap, fragile materials or strong, natural ones that stand the test of time? That's the power of choosing the right fats. Let's stop for a moment and reflect. Each of these foods may seem small: a slice of bread, a drink, a spread. But age is built on habits, not years. It's what you do consistently, even the smallest choices, shape how you look, how you move, how you feel, and how long you thrive. Most people believe that aging is inevitable, that after 65, your best years are behind you. But that belief is wrong. Aging is not just about time, it's about damage and repair. And you hold the power to do both, every single day through what you've put on your plate. We've talked about 4 foods so far, but there's one more coming, and it might be the most important one yet. A food most people trust, most people eat daily, and most people never question. But it could be the very reason your energy has dipped, your weight won't move, and your skin doesn't glow like it used to. Keep going. The last one could change everything. Let's talk about something that's likely in your pantry right now. Something you've probably eaten for decades, trusting it to be part of a balanced meal. It's white bread. It might look innocent, soft, comforting, easy to chew, but beneath that familiar texture is a food that rapidly breaks down into sugar the moment it enters your body. And we've already seen what sugar can do. White bread and other refined carbs like white rice, pasta, and many crackers are stripped of their fiber and nutrients. What's left is a high glycemic food that spikes your blood sugar, increases inflammation, and contributes to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. But it doesn't stop there. As blood sugar spikes repeatedly over time, your body becomes less responsive to insulin. That means more sugar stays in your bloodstream, damaging the walls of your arteries, reducing circulation, and starving your cells of the nutrients they need. It becomes harder for your body to heal. You bruise more easily, you feel fatigued more often. Your memory slips. Your vision blurs. Your skin begins to look older than it should. And here's what most people don't realize: the damage is silent. It doesn't announce itself with pain or dramatic symptoms. Creeps in slowly, quietly stealing years of vibrancy from your life. One sandwich at a time. One dinner roll. One bowl of white pasta. But you don't have to accept that. Small swaps can change your trajectory. Replace white bread with whole grain or sprouted options that offer fiber, protein, and micronutrients. Choose quinoa or brown rice over white. Try roasted sweet potatoes instead of refined carbs. These foods help stabilize your blood sugar, support your digestion, and provide lasting energy without the crash. And over time, these choices don't just change how you feel, they change how you age. You'll move more freely, think more clearly, sleep more deeply. Your skin will reflect what's happening inside. Healing, balance, renewal. Let's pause now and take a deeper breath. Aging is not a punishment. It's a privilege. Not everyone gets the chance to grow older. And you're still here. Which means you still have the power to write your story. Every choice you make at the table is another line in that story. Will it be a story of decline or of resilience? You've likely spent much of your life caring for others, raising children, supporting family, working hard, sacrificing even when it wasn't easy. Now you're being given the chance to care for yourself, not just out of necessity, but out of love. 'Cause you matter. Your health matters. Your joy matters. And while changing the way you eat might seem overwhelming at first, remember, you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional. Each small step forward is a signal to your body. I want to live fully. Want to feel alive again. It's not too late. In fact, it's the perfect time. Because after 65, your body may be more sensitive, but it's also more responsive to nourishment. Your cells are still listening. Your brain is still adapting. Your heart still responds to care. And the healing begins the moment you say yes to yourself. Think about this. If you simply remove these 5 aging foods from your routine and replace them with nourishing alternatives, how would your life look 3 months from now? How would your energy feel? How would your mornings begin? What would your relationships be like if you felt lighter, more present, more alive? Now, imagine a year from now, waking up, looking in the mirror, and seeing someone who chose to take their health into their own hands, not for vanity, but for vitality, for freedom, for joy. So here's what I want you to do. Don't just listen. Act. Take one of the 5 foods we talked about today and remove it this week. Just one. See how you feel. Then, next week, remove another. This isn't about dieting. It's about living. And if you ever feel discouraged, remember this. The human body is incredibly forgiving. It wants to heal. It wants to thrive. And with the right support, it will meet you more than halfway. You are not powerless against aging. You are not doomed to decline. You have choices. And those choices can build a future that is not only longer, but brighter, fuller, and richer. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you already removed any of these foods from your life? Have you noticed a difference? Share your experience in the comments below. Someone else might need to hear your story to start their own journey. If this video helped you, if it made you feel hopeful, empowered, or simply curious, please like it, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Because every week, we bring content that's designed not just to inform you, but to transform you. Remember, you are not your age, you are your actions. And today, you took a powerful one.